Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to the Binding of Isaac Rebirth. So, I've been doing the challenge of the Dr. Fetus, which gives you bombs with your instead of tears, and then you have a boom left trigger item that can shoot the bombs off early. Of course, now you can see my bombs have poison on them. My character has like two flies and a ball of bandages around flying around. It also has the golden key that you need to unlock Mega Satan. I don't know what I did at all, but this run specifically very early started giving me angel deals and just like more and more angel deals. I've had like 4 or 5 angel deals in a row. It has been incredibly helpful to get us to where we need to do Mom's Heart. And it's let me have a lot of soul hearts at times, which probably was the thing that got me the angel deals. And I fought the angels. You have to blow up the statues and fight the angels to get to 2 pieces of the golden key. Funnily enough, I won't be able to probably get to Mega Satan. It'd be nice if I could, but if I do, then I probably won't get the challenge done either. So I could maybe take Judas's tongue and see if that does something for us, but I think I want the umbilical cord just instead. There's a lot going on, certainly. The Goat probably guaranteed us deals with the angel after the initial setup. We have a fairly long range, but not really a major damage. There's a Daddy Longlegs character that will drop down and attack Mom's Heart. I've been all over the map on every single floor. It's been an hour and 31 minutes. Now, I think it is worth mentioning, though, this is about the 4th or 5th time where I've gotten fairly far into this challenge, and previous times I've just stupidly tried to sacrifice room and ruined the run. I heavily would suggest when doing this challenge to not get rid of the boom. It is really the only thing that's going to just guarantee that you don't end up having to wait for the bomb to explode, which often means when you shoot here and you're running, you'll just run right into it. I have, as you can see, 2 pills items. I got PhD at some point. I think I got the baggie of pills also. So I've just been using pills like crazy, and I don't know if it's really been affecting my stats as much as you would think. It doesn't really seem like you can get a great collection of pills even with the PhD and bring up all 6 of your stats. You're just gonna always have something that's a little short, and by the looks of it, it doesn't seem like your stats will ever just get to the maximum. If in Repentance DLC you did victory laps over and over again, maybe at some point you'd just be at the maximum, but there's probably no reason to go for the maximum. I also got a Jarrah Stone, which doubles the items on the floor. Does not change pedestal items, though. But Jarrah, for some reason, didn't double the Jarrah, which I thought it did in Rebirth. But apparently not. So maybe that is something in Afterbirth, or Repentance, or Afterbirth Plus, or maybe that was something in the original game. So there's seemingly no way to just constantly duplicate things over and over again just with that. Now, I do know there is a left trigger item that does the effect of a card or rune that you are holding. So maybe that's the way people do it. I have seen people do it that way. Is there anything else to say? Yeah, not really. Because we got a bunch of angel deals, I've picked up a lot of items I haven't picked up before. This really would have been an episode, a series, a run to show off. But I got like the dove or dead bird or whatever it's called, which is the angel room equivalent of letting you fly. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything else to say, though. So we're gonna go into Mom's Heart, and we also fought Mother Maggie. Let's go ahead and do bad gas here, which is a new sub-boss or boss, which we had. No, I think it's Mama Gertie, not Mother Maggie, is the name of the character I'm thinking of. And you can kind of see here there's still enough room to take enough damage to not win. And you can see here there's enough. Yeah. The problem with this is, like, this probably would let me stupidly go down to Mega Satan and fight Mega Satan, but then it wouldn't count towards anything because the challenges don't count as like an Isaac run or Blue Baby run or anything like that. So just take the challenge over, and that unlocks the Chaos card, which is a card that will kill almost anything in one hit. There are a couple things in Repentance that the Chaos card won't kill in one hit, but you have to kind of throw it at the person, so if you miss, you miss. Plus, the Chaos card is actually so incredibly rare that it really is not worth the effort. So that was the Demo Man challenge. We are at 75 secrets of 178. If I could get 3 more secrets, that would be like, well, only 100 less. So yeah, I almost wonder if some of the items that I picked up in that run don't count to items we found, and you have to pick up those items a second time. Honestly, in Rebirth alone, compared to what I have seen in Repentance, there really isn't enough. There really aren't enough items. I can see the reason why you would just go back and try and add more. Alright, so I guess we'll start with the Blue Baby run. See if we can get really good. Really lucky. The Mega Satan thing is here. So I know I can unlock that. And that might make an argument that I actually should just play as Maggie and defeat Mega Satan to see if that then unlocks the Polaroid. And we might actually be a step ahead of where I really should be, and it may be a case that Mega Satan is the more important thing to defeat first. Alright, so with Blue Baby, we're just kind of looking to see if we can get Petrified Poop or replace our item. The Holy Water concept is nice and all, but I don't think it really helps you, particularly playing as Blue Baby. I would just kind of have to have a amazing run or some kind of amazing item. I don't even have a bomb, which also means there's no really reason to go into a store. And immediately demoralized by having to fight the haunt. I kind of wish you could eventually weaken characters or remove them from the pool, or gain some RPG style expertise, like to say, oh, you have defeated this guy 100 times, now you're more adept at fighting this guy, and thus you do double damage. And there is a truth to that at some level, that yes, if you are actually playing the game and getting better at the game, you would get more adept. But it's still very possible to just always struggle with a character, and some of that may very well be just attitude. Right. So bring up our settings, our stats. There's an item called options that I got that gives you 2 items. Man, I was not paying attention there. It gives you 2 dropped items when a pedestal item spawns, and you can pick one or the other. If you had options by default, always, that like drastically changes your run. So if you can get more options in the first floor, second floor, something like that, and then pick and choose what you want, there actually is an argument here, and the better way to play is to clear the floor as fast as possible, trying to take no damage, not pick up any items at all, and then see if you get Pertho or Jarrah. Pertho will change, I believe, the items that are on pedestals. So if you've got a bad pedestal item and you find a Pertho, you can change it. I don't think there is a rune that would straight up change all the items on the floor, or even change all the items on the floor in a single room. And if you could pick up it definitely would be a different situation if you could pick up red hearts and they just became blue hearts. But I guess at a certain point, if that was the case, then they might as well just be red hearts, because all you're doing is making a visual difference and no mechanical difference as far as how the game mechanics work. Seems to me like the secret room might be there. It would be incredibly dangerous to try and take this. You do just kind of run into this problem, certainly, though, where that there's just no safety at all. So if I could get flying, that would help me. Otherwise, I have 4 cents. I have an item room here that lets me pick up this. It gets that to 5 cents. We might as well hit the poop there. $6. Down we go this way. So yeah. This doubles bombs, but it feels like there should be a version of this that doubles keys, or a version of that that doubles hearts. Then I guess we'll just put 2 coins into that. We'll go ahead and take that and pop the poop there. And there's nothing else to do, so you take your chances and move on to the next group. I'm trying to focus on one specific Gertie, which is probably an easy way to get hit by the other Gertie or random people. Now that brings us down to just this one. I have no idea how I didn't take damage there. I must have just been a slight pixel off of taking hits. A game like this, being so precise, probably does play heavily into the idea of hitboxes, and they definitely are an issue, certainly in fighting games, but in every game. I bet the hitboxes are very tight here. So what we've got to do here is we got to reject the devil deal in hopes that we can make it to one more floor and get an angel deal. There basically is nothing in the devil room that works with Blue Baby, because if you do have a soul heart trade even in the devil room, they almost always are the trades of 3 soul hearts for one, what would be the equivalent of 1 red heart. So that would kill him anyways. Needs to be nice if we could test for a secret room, but honestly, I am way more focused on just not dying. Yeah, I can't think of a single item that would turn poop into soul hearts, or even give you a slight chance that poop would give you soul hearts. Like, I've only seen the poops give coins, and yeah, pretty much just coins. And there's no rage growing or anything with each fight. So it's not like Samson, where there's a real reason to clean off an entire floor. I desperately need like an angel room equivalent of the dark bum. But again, if you're gonna go and try and get dark bum from the demon room, deal with the devil, I think you would probably take 3 soul hearts to get the dark bum, and then probably die well before you would ever see a good return from that investment. one of the runs I did with Demo Man specifically was like a pill generating run with the spark plug and item, the habit, and so like I was taking damage like crazy, blowing myself up by accident, and I was still managing to get quite a lot of pills from it. Unfortunately, that run worked pretty terribly because the pills that were available in that run were bad, really bad pills. Yeah, speaking of pills, we have a 3-cent sale pill. Here we have a soul red heart demon beggar that we probably can't do anything with. I did find out you can blow up gold chests and get them on the other side. So if you do have infinite bombs, you could probably get more of that going on. I do think there is a slight chance that I could regenerate red hearts if I could have red hearts at all. I guess I can't, so it means I probably won't. So let's just go in circles here so that they can't lock on. I guess I wouldn't want to take a red chest anyways. Alright, this is gonna suck. I have to avoid being hit by those, which I didn't. Yeah. The only thing I guess we're looking for though would be don't open red chests. Does sacrifice room potentially help you? Like, does that, by using the sacrifice room like that, does that potentially increase your odds with the deal with the angel, or deal with the devil, or does it have no connection whatsoever and it actually increase your odds of nothing, or maybe it increases your odds of like the bedroom rooms, the dice rooms, the more rare things. Which I know in Repentance there's a whole another set of rooms that are, I think, called observatories. Should have left that on the ground. Yeah, I need to train myself to play better. And that, I guess that's the name of the game in Isaac Always, is you're training yourself to play better, and that's true for almost all games. But even these little strategy mistakes, they add up. They add up big time. Alright, so if I can get a bomb, I could come over here and blow up this and see if there's a super secret room and get 2 bombs back. Have I taken any actual damage on this floor other than the sacrificing of myself? Okay. So I believe that's an HP up as an item. Go ahead and pop those poops. Alright, so we do one hit here. That gives us a chest we can't open. Take this bomb here. I think we can just go ahead and take these. Put that there. That gives us 2. That gives us, well, probably enough to do some more sacrifice room. It's nothing to blow up these rocks and maybe get a petrified rock or a secret area to get the bomb for a bomb. It's probably not worth it to get to the try and get for the right, so that's not the secret room. Okay, we blew our bombs looking for a secret room. Which I guess means it has to be here? Seriously? Then I guess it would have been way down there. Just go ahead and take these coins. Now the curse of the maze is teleporting us around. I think that may have opened the door to the item room for free. Okay. Let's... Hey, yeah, the item room is open for free. Which is great and all, but... Yeah, unless we can get one more coin, which there might be one more coin we could get. I don't think we're gonna get any further unless we want to get a bomb to buy a coin, and I don't think we can buy the bomb even. Okay. 2 more hearts is all we can spare. I'm not 100% sure that we'll get anything as long as this chest isn't on the floor. Yeah. So I guess we'll go and just put the coins in there. Still trying to build up our shop. This might be a run where a deal with the devil would be considered, but I don't want to do it. Like, we're just gonna stick with angel rooms, even if the run doesn't really synergize with that as much as it should. But we'll play with that handicap. otherwise what we're gonna run into is on the back half of this series is we'll end up doing quite a lot of runs and defeating Mom and beating the level, but not really unlocking any new content or having anything new to say. And yeah, that probably did start to happen when I first started my YouTube channel, where I was up to like 100 plus episodes of Isaac. I did take some damage. Tears and speed shot up. Okay, well. I guess we need to do some science here. Yeah, okay. You see that bone to the run, pretty much. Now, unless I can just get a whole bunch of hearts in the next floor to regain. Maybe you just always skip the sacrifice room. Alright. Alright. There you go. Curse of the Blind. So we don't know what that is. Deck of cards, reusable card generator versus Yum Heart, which is already charged. So the Hanged Man would let us fly, which could be an early solution to items being inaccessible on the first floor. Getting more cards could help you, but I don't really feel like it helps you as much as it would seem it does, because there really aren't that great of cards. Like, they don't affect your stats, and they don't have a tendency to be particularly permanent changes or anything other than just here's something that will teleport you somewhere, or here's something that will let you do a lot of damage or increase your damage of your tiers in one specific room. Whereas pills, you can get one that is luck ups, tears up, health up. That lasts your entire rest of your run. Alright, so I need to just go up and down and quit going back and forth until I can get the timing right. I'm doing terribly here. And it feels like it would be really nice to just be able to hit it. Here, can we just do that? It feels awkward, to say the least, because you're going... Alright, well, here's a blue soul heart. So let's just put that there. There we go. There we go. So I could have taken the key there, but again, there might just be something that lets you reach things. What's funny is that it looks like that is a tinted rock, but that would be almost impossible to destroy safely. Even if I did have a bomb extra, which I don't. These early floors are shockingly small by the time you get to the later floors, and you start to really get a feel of just how big they get. Yeah, I don't think we're getting anything here, so this, and then take this. Going into the shop I don't think matters. Did we go and get into the item room? Yeah, I think we did. We're on the first floor. I had pretty much forgotten that too. Yep. Alright, wealth of gas. It's a trinket. Not a particularly good one, but yeah, I guess you take it. I don't know if there's any way to like trade trinkets. Definitely feels like you could expand the shop or have a secondary shop or have an arcade expansion or increase like a trinket beggar. Because there definitely have been some runs where there's been a decent amount of trinkets on the floor, and then you kind of just leave the trinkets that are the ones you don't want. Ideally, I wouldn't take any more damage, and then the Yum Heart would come into play to refill my health. I'm not playing very good, obviously. I guess it just never stops, destroys anything other than the faces. 2 of hearts would double your hearts. Matchbook evils up and gives me a lot of bombs. Which then that puts us in a unique position where let's see. Do we think, I guess we would think the super secret room would be here. And it isn't. Interesting. Oh, darn it. Do we see... There's a decent amount of rocks all around, certainly, but... Okay, key beggar, key. I think what you do here is you blow up this guy in this pattern. Take that bomb, take those coins. 3 cents doesn't get you anywhere with the shop. That's for sure, but yeah. I don't think you use any more bombs. I think you take the 2 bombs and the key to the next floor. Like, ideally, all you could try to shoot for is to see if maybe there's a super secret room there. And if there was a super secret room there, like, you're gonna have to basically do that to get to it with these spikes. Not particularly a good room for this setup. Yeah, 3 coins and to get 1 soul heart. It's not a bad trade. So for the first floor, that is not bad. Notice how incredibly long that took, though. Honestly, though, I don't know. I really don't know how to play the boss rush mentality. Like, feels like you would have to have pretty much unlocked everything first and foremost, and boss rush would just be your final challenge. You would have to know every item backwards and forwards, just immediately recognize almost every item. No more going to platinumgod.com and checking out what an item does, because that's just too slow. Of course, you could always pause the game and go look it up, but I think even that breaks your stride enough that probably hurts your chances. I think you skip arcades, obviously. You would probably skip shops somewhat if you don't have the coinage. Skip challenge rooms, cursed rooms. Let's see. Maybe you just take lucky finds. In a funny way, it very possibly might be... Ooh, bombs are key. So now we have a bomb. You might find it easier to do a secondary boss rush, which would, I guess, be the Hush rush. I can trade a bomb for a key if I have to. Because once you start to get to those latter levels, once you're just running through the womb, for instance, you know you're not getting an item room at that point. I think we take this guaranteed soul heart. Interesting. Bomb and key, not a soul heart. Well, I was expecting a soul heart, but whatever. Again, we don't want to pick up the coins. I may be wrong about this, but I think there's something. Do I want to do Wheel of Fortune, or... Might as well. I don't think putting the Wheel of Fortune in a specific room would change it. I think there might be something that would re-roll pennies and turn them maybe into nickels. I guess we're not going into the cursed room. D10 rerolls enemies. Alright, we should use that once. Just for the fun of it. But I guess for everything else, we just are now picking things up. There's probably a secret room here. Yeah, there's kind of only a couple places it could be. So we'll risk that. That gives us a couple more keys, which puts us in a very good position key-wise. We have enough coins to come in here, buy a discount bomb, and I guess what you're looking for would be a super secret room with that. Yeah. It's either here or the next room. It wasn't there. Okay. So you can see there the re-rolling of enemies not working in a boss room, which I was not surprised about that. I think you are pretty much going to be stuck with the bosses you have. This is the first time we've gotten the D10, but I don't know if you have to work your way through different dices to eventually get to the D6, D100. I think the different dices are fairly varied and kind of unique enough from each other that I wouldn't be able to easily say one is better than the other. Okay. Yeah, rolling in this area wouldn't do anything. I guess we have enough hearts on the ground now, since we've lost that we can do this. If this gives us the head of Krampus, then we've got our victory scenario. If I take a full heart of damage, again, I'll potentially re-roll the 2 of hearts. I'm just playing terribly. Yeah. Alright, let's move on to the challenges. That didn't unlock anything doing those 2 runs, but yep. I think we had already tried Cursed, we had already tried Beans. So I guess we'll do the Host and then Purist. We are getting coins, we are putting them in the donation machine. We are unlocking more items. We are giving it the old college try as far as things. So we have Skatole to start with, and I guess Spider Love might be the other one. So theoretically, I should be spawning out spiders and flies. We can see we're not immediately turning the enemy flies into companion flies. Bombs. Now we know there's no item rooms in challenges, and there seems to be kind of an indication that there is only I was not prepared for that. Either secret rooms or super secret rooms in a lot of the challenges, but not both. But it also seems like it's kind of fairly random. Okay. Take that. 48-hour energy. But we don't have an item. Take the bombs. We have half a heart. Can't be a secret room here or a super secret room here. So, oddly, it does kind of indicate that there's a secret room here. Which this is really just the worst place to actually have put the bomb. Right. So then we can go in here. I can go in here. Full health, nice. Is there a sacrifice room on this floor? Range up, nice. Yeah, I guess there's just no super secret room. Just walk out and walk in. So you have a battery. We have no way into that. There's no sacrifice floor, so we can't do anything with the full health. And we probably would want to come back and get the card. So ideally, play a little bit better this time. This is a different dingle, but they all seem to kind of enjoy getting pot shots on me. Would almost be nice if you just had to end a level with full health to get a double deal instead of specifically taking no damage. Let's get all these poops. Okay. So I guess this plays out is you do the moon, which would take me to a secret room next floor. Do full health here. Just let's do full health twice for no reason. Take that, and we do have a key now, so we'll go in here. Seven. We'll take a key and call it a day. Yeah. Like that pill more than likely doesn't do anything. Interesting, I have the tick on me. Did I start with the tick? as a trinket? Maybe I did. That would make sense thematically. So the tick will take like 25% off the damage of every boss. It's not particularly super useful, but it's not terrible either. We can blow up that rock. There's a tinted rock. Or if we could fly, we could get into the curse room for free and then use the moon to leave the curse room. This is terrible. This is just absolute worst. Run in circles. Getting attacked by flies all over the place. And I don't know what a D10 would really have done for this whole lineup. Like, probably not really changed too much as far as the enemies attacking you. Just slowly take out all of these guys. These little guys are useless enemies. I don't think they could really hit me unless I actively didn't look at them. Right. Some of these floors also have like two big rooms in such a way that it gets dangerous and difficult to get past a big room if you are low on health and just not doing well. I've also seen some rooms where they have the falling hands that will kick you out of the room, and then they're placed in too small of a location, so it's so tight you can't actually beat them. That was something that certainly I was running into as a problem in the Demo Man challenge. Alright, so we start here, work our way around. Oh, I hate this one. This is the absolute worst. There you go. 7 cents is our goal. Get a 1+1, 7 cents on discount. That doubles everything we've got. Come on. You would almost expect that Gluttony would always have a health up item after you defeat him, but he kind of doesn't. Like some kind of food item. Or maybe he does. Maybe I'm just kind of ignorant. There's a challenge room. Okay. We gotta get around this nightmare scenario. Alright. Bomb for bomb. Soul Heart. We'll ignore the Soul Heart at this moment. Heart. I'm just gonna take the moon with me to the next floor. Darn it. Amnesia is just an annoying one. Alright, 7. 7's all I needed. That means we leave everything else on the floor. And with any luck, there's yeah. With any luck, there would be enough here. Alright. Go into the secret room now. Coins. Out of that area. And that was the secret room. These are now doubled to 2, so we're now up to 16. Of course, we're going to be trading life here, possibly. What it doesn't seem like this has done is doubled the bombs. Okay. So we take this, telepel out. Alright, well, at that point I think I just keep the coins and we'll go somewhere else. I guess I should have gotten the soul heart before I tried the pills. That would have been about the only other thing. The other thing is I could have taken the plug, but the plug only makes sense if we have an item, so it would be very forward thinking to think that we're going to in this run end up with a trigger item that would really benefit from the plug. But it very possibly is that kind of forward thinking that you need. So I could be totally wrong. But yeah, it's just, I can't imagine that it is worth it to go and take damage once again. There. So let's just go forward. This will tell us at least how far we have to go. We only have to go to Mom anyway, so we can be a lot faster and looser with the decision making. We got a petrified poop. We can't do anything with it. We have the tick. So, trinket useless. Telepills. Those will come in handy. Yeah, I guess we're probably gonna roll in cash. So make good use of the shops, buy items. There's a key, but we would need to be able to fly. And I don't think we have anything that well, I mean, you could maybe get Lord of the Flies, but yeah, I think you have to get quite a few fly things to get Lord of the Flies. It's not just as easy as getting 3 guppy items. Yeah, and I guess if I did get a Jarrah, there's still just a reason to leave things on the floor. Like, odds are still very low that you'd get a Jarrah, but and there might be a reason to blow up the fires there, because that might increase your odds of getting a fire somewhere later that rewarded you, but might also be the same argument to not shoot those fires if you can't access them. Alright, well, let's check this out. Okay. Well, I guess what you do is I want to get more options. There's options first. And then there's a hope here that with everything doubling, which I guess the bombs are doubled now, it was just that one bomb that wasn't doubled. Yep. There more than likely is a way I can get that 7-cent one, but I'm wondering if buying that 7-cent one would actually refill too. Alright, well, that's the entire floor. We've got hearts all over the place. It seems odd that there's no way into the challenge room, but maybe we can get in there. If we could blow up a bunch of things. Yeah, we need a coin. Since we didn't get that coin, that was pointless. I don't know why I did that. I need to take on that fight. I needed to have taken on that fight, I guess would be the right response. Okay. We do have bombs, so there we go. Hive mind, giant spiders, and flies. Now, it would be a question about getting telepills or buying a key or anything else. I guess what we'll test first is if maybe there's a secret room to the right here. No. Then we'll look over here and see if there's maybe a secret room here. Okay. No bombs, unfortunately, for these. I don't know if I would get double pills or not. It doesn't seem like you would. Okay. So take a key, take a soul heart. And I think you call it good there. Could have bombed this and tried to get here. Okay, if I can take out both of these guys fairly quickly without taking any damage, maybe there's a hope for a deal with the angel room. If that happens, that would be really nice. But otherwise, I think we still are fairly well situated. Yeah, I don't think there's a time on this. Okay. So, do you want to go evil up? Or do you want to go all stats up? I think you go damage and range up. Well, that wasn't all stats up. And see, now if this gives us Krampus's head, like most runs when you get Krampus's head, you are so well suited. That's puberty. I think at this point I'm going to stop using puberty as an item, even though with the PhD, getting puberty still seemed to be treated as if it was a good thing. Yeah. I feel like I popped it multiple times and it doesn't seem like it's really done anything. And it does just seem like it's a joke item. Right, well. First room. Yep, this might very well be a first try success on this challenge. I mean, it's counting the chickens before they've hatched, certainly, to say that at the moment, but I think just being given options, being given double every item drop, like, the game is certainly mine to lose. But don't worry, if there's anybody that can lose it, it might be me. Alright. This room probably would point to a super secret room. If those even exist. Otherwise, I'm just gonna ignore that. Come on, hit these while they're far away. Let's get in a room, and that was not ideal. But at least we know what that pill does now. And we'll just take the heart because I don't... well, I guess again, if you have Jarrah, there still might be a reason to double hearts. Okay, we got a couple more rooms, and then we're gonna run around picking up everything. Here's the store. Let's see, do we have any other more rooms to check out? Take these telepills. We can drop pills, so it's not a big deal to pick up them. We could also drop trinkets, except for the tick. In this case, all it does is drop the pill. A lot of rooms here, not really doing anything. Alright. How many rooms have hearts on them? It's probably still worth it to go in here and pick these up. Is dead cats the right move in this run? I would say no. We're gonna leave that. Like, yeah, we really have gotten to the point where we should only really take dead cat if, sorry, being really careful there. We should only really take dead cat if we are fully invested in the idea of going guppy, which means actually traveling a lot further than just mom. I don't see any tinted rocks. I mean, it could be a tinted rock, but I don't think it is. I don't think there's an immediate reason why you'd want to gamble with the beggar, but since this is greed, now we've got nothing better to do, so take this way. Did we find a secret room? We've got enough bombs, certainly. And we definitely got enough coins. Alright, let's go this way and see if there's a secret room that way. Kinda can't be a secret room on either of those. We'll test for a super secret room. And the answer to that is yes. Okay, so we didn't gamble here until it decides to blow up. 2 of diamonds. Doubling our coins. And it gave us 2 of spades and 2 of clubs. Wow. So basically we are going to be perfectly set for everything. Strength guard. 2 of hearts. We should play all of these just to be certain. Wheel of Fortune. Hmm. Yeah, I guess play the wheel of fortune here constantly. It gives you double keys and double items. Even though the payout's not great. Doesn't give you double dimes or anything like that. Here we have a full health pill. Speedball. Yeah, we've now been suckered here into playing this forever. If it gave me 2 of diamonds again, that'd be surprising. Wow, we managed to avoid the troll bomb killing people. We're back up to full red hearts now. A trinket we can't use. There's soul heart. Amnesia. Strength. We still want 2 soul hearts, and we didn't have that, but we can do this. That, I guess, would take us into the shop. I didn't get me everything I'd wanted, but 48-hour energy might very well get me everything I want. There we go. So our reusable item now potentially gives us more soul hearts, even though it probably doesn't matter. Have we even been to the shop? There we go. Alright, so we've got $1 here, and we can come back and get all this later. Which then, and we found the secret room and a super secret room. So then we come down to this, and that was a greed room, so we couldn't do anything with it, come to think of it. So then we can't buy anything, which is fine. So 2 of spades doubles our keys. Judgment is a coin judgment. 2 of clubs doubles our bombs. 2 of hearts doubles our hearts. Strength. The hermit takes us to the shop. Tower blows things up. Okay. And we just play this guy until he pays out. Alright. So we take a strength card, we take the $1. Like, maybe there would be an argument against taking the strength card if you're going to go further, but you're not. Yep. Alright, and see, I think both of these are just default HP up. Lunch, or like one is breakfast, one is lunch, one is dinner. Might as well do puberty while we're here. Playing the hermit card, I don't think does anything. I guess we can waste a couple bombs just to see if we get some decent pills. You gotta be careful how you blow up things though, because if they become bridges, they're guaranteed not to return anything to you. Strength, okay. I seriously doubt there's anything else on this row, on this floor. So let's move forward. We've got 2 more floors. Now we do have a decent amount of soul hearts, so if we took a lot of damage, I could see still having trouble there. We only have 5 bombs, so there might be an argument on not just wildly wasting them looking for secret rooms, super secret rooms. If we ran into an arcade or something, I mean, you kind of have to play for a little while. We don't have to play forever though. Like, once again, if we get an item here, I'm not sure it even counts towards items you've unlocked. If we get a mom kill or mom's heart kill in these challenges, we know those aren't really counting towards anything other than actually finishing the challenge and unlocking an item. I'm glad they didn't go too much further in the challenge direction, and if anything, what they have added, and I don't see it, so I guess it's just not in Rebirth, they added a daily challenge situation where they are just giving you like really, again, I could have left it on the floor. Let's go ahead and do the 48-hour energy. It gives us enough soul heart. So now we have a soul heart extra. Yeah. The daily challenges make more sense for a game like this. Random seed and then scoring around that random seed. Okay, well, it's kind of not even a reason to blow up this guy, but we'll do it. 15 sharp plug, charged with blood. Another 15 mom's coin purse, telepills, amnesia, and 48-hour energy. Do 48-hour energy. Do this. That's 2 of diamonds. Let's go ahead and buy this and this, and then plop that. Here we have Jarrah to double things. Well, we've got a whole Jarrah run now. Let's see. Okay, so everything stays in that room now, is the trick. And we can show off Jarrah. we can potentially maybe waste some bombs. Right. So this is going to be less of a long journey than it could be to run this way, grab all the pills, and drop them in the one area. And it doesn't have to be in the shop. It could be in a lot of places. In fact, it might even be wiser in some instances to drop it in a different place. But yeah, you bring everything from the map onto this one area. You play Jarrah, it doubles everything. And with pills, that means double stats up. With everything else, you just kind of have 2 of everything. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing really depends on what the thing is. Alright. There's still a lot of floor still to investigate. Yeah, it's not worth it to take on the risk of taking damage there. Yeah, we'll just pick up all of those. And since we have an item generator in our trigger item, we'll want to pop the item generator in that area too, because I don't think it's going to drop coins, bombs, or keys anyways, but if it did, that would be the only way to get those kinds of items, which Jarrah, I think, also duplicates. But since those are items you instantly pick up, that was dumb, you can't move them around. Where's our damage? No? Our damage is perfectly fine for taking on just Mom, but certainly wouldn't mind if it got better, improved. Alright, well, I don't know what item I have that's telling me where the secret room is. No reason to go into that room. We'd almost need a challenge room. If we could do a challenge room and it decided to give us a pedestal item in a challenge room, then with options, that might help. Yeah, you can definitely see how this gets incredibly slow and fairly dangerous, as you might just run into spikes. I didn't really mean to pick that up. Nothing in any of those. The thing about Jarrah, though, to take in mind is all it does is duplicate the items, so a card like the Lovers, not likely to be useful. Whereas a card like Justice actually is fairly useful. Then I guess the question would be, do you want to pop it? Or before or after you duplicate it? I think it actually probably doesn't matter. Yeah, unless you had multiple Jarrahs, and even then I don't know if it really matters. Hmm. Challenge. Get some coins. These guys are hard to hit. Giving me a whole bunch of little guys to fight. I don't think we'll probably find a arcade or anything, so probably it'll just be at the max money, unless we can get something like money equals power. Then there's another trinket. And it's not like you can nudge the trinkets through doors. Right. We got the secret room, we got the super secret room. There's not really enough bombs to justify going around looking for skulls, maybe? Or pills, if we found any mushrooms. Yeah, not enough rocks to justify blowing up rocks. Not enough bombs to justify blowing up rocks. Plenty of rocks. But not seeing any tinted rocks. So, yeah, you do this. You do this. And I'm only doing this because I think this is Mother. Anyways. If not, we are one floor away from Mother. Okay. So, pop Jarrah. Duplicates everything. Do this. It gives us the Hermit. Do this. That gives us the Hierophant. Which we could have done this earlier, and maybe that would have been smarter. But by duplicating the, I'd say by duplicating the batteries, that gives you a variety of things instead of the same things. Whereas Lovers here just does that, and then Lovers again just does that. Justice gives you this. Justice again gives you the exact same thing. Strength, strength. Full health, full health. We don't know what this pill does. That was range down. We don't know what that pill does. That's Lemon Party. Puberty does seemingly nothing. If anything, it probably just makes you grow bigger. Full health. High Priestess. Telepills. Strength. Okay. So take strength into the fight with you and leave, I guess, everything else. I don't think you want to take Lemon Party in a fight with Mother, because I don't think that worked last time I tried that. Okay. Oh, and this was a fight with War, not Mother, so I have one more floor after this. Well, I seriously doubt that will be a problem. We don't know what this is, so left or right, we'll take left. Because there's a cube of meat. Here we have an angel. We'll blow up this. And we'll blow up this. We want to be careful not to blow up this, normally speaking, but you know what? Trinity Shield. Just for showing off sake, since I did these fights, this is the angel fight. There's different angels. They have different like tassels. The red one is kind of the most difficult one. They send out these laser beam lights. And you have to fight 2 of these, which means you have to get 2 deals with the angel. I think maybe after fighting one of them, you're guaranteed deals with the angel rooms if you're going to get anything. And see, all that will do is give you key piece 1. But yeah, you may notice that was not super hard. Guess you go with strength again and take a soul heart. Like, I don't need the hermit for sure, and I really don't need telepills. Down we go. If I gotta deal with the angel in the next fight, I wouldn't even go in the room though, let alone try to get the fight done and get the key piece, because we just can't get down to Dark Room to get to fight Mega Satan after we have the key, not without guaranteeing or severely risking actual completion of this challenge. Yeah, I just don't think you can unlock anything else, really. I don't think there's a reason to play any of those at all at this. Like, it really would just probably be a waste of time. Unless I lose a lot of soul hearts, then we will go and try and regain soul hearts using the blue slot machine. But I'd have to lose a considerable amount of soul hearts, because also we have a left trigger item generator that is generating soul hearts. Suppose we could try and gamble for bombs if I wanted to try and get some more bombs for some reason. Let's see. That would be a bad choice. Alright, take this. I believe the 9-volt battery is quicker charge. Now we have the full. And now we have a 2 of hearts. And yeah, there would be kind of no reason to buy anything else. Yeah, let's just go ahead and take all those. Yeah. Maybe we're gonna take that. I don't see a real reason to waste a lot of time on this run. Because we've got this in the bag. Like, I can't imagine even what they would throw at us, really. Like, maybe haunt characters like this a lot, or just kind of the same characters that we struggle with. I suppose if they just gave us a really bad room, and I managed to take massive amounts of damage, like this room. See, this is what happens when you get cocky. The game punishes you. Let's see. How much more of this floor is there? It's actually a fairly large floor. We have this Trinity Shield. I'm not sure if the Trinity Shield doesn't just kind of 100% protect you. Doesn't seem like it does, though. Seems like it, like most shield items, has a percentage that will protect you from, but not 100%. Which is probably fair enough, because it would be a little unfair for a 100% protection. I think shielded tiers is an example of something that 100% protects you if they are in the way, but often your tiers are very small too, where something like the Trinity Shield here is a fairly big item. See. We don't have a flying ability, so I don't think it's worth it to go into the cursed room. And it's not like there's a reward or anything for specifically going into every single room. And we have a dice room, which is kind of the worst, worst option to show up. The one thing you don't want to see is something that would re-roll everything when you're doing so well. So I guess we'll go into the dice room, look at it, and not activate it. That's the only responsible thing we could possibly do. And we don't fight these guys very often. Alright. Super secret room over here. Super secret room over here. No. Keys to open this. The one room I think probably just re-rolls everything in this room. Probably is safe. But honestly, I don't think we can risk it. So let's see. There is a card, but we don't have any bombs anyways, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, I was gonna say there is a card that would give you soul hearts called the Hierophant. So we're trying to get soul hearts here. I guess at a certain point then we are just looking for bombs. I'm looking for enough bombs to blow up these things. And then that would be about it. Like, we've already gotten the $1 on this run. It would be fairly crazy to get the $1 twice. 48-hour energy, might as well use it. Ooh, Joker would get us a Joker deal, which should be an angel deal anyways. Nope, it was a deal with the devil. Interesting. I wonder if the Joker card always takes you to a deal with the devil. Here we have Anzu, which would give us vision, which I think would tell us where the super secret room is, which is actually in a very weird place, I now see. But we're still waiting for it to give us bombs. And see if this gave us HP up, we could do that. I mean, we could pretty much do it now. Right, there's 2 bombs. We're looking for 2 more. And that's all we need. There we go. So, bomb this, bomb this, bomb this. Take the Empress card. I could have tried to get more cards, I guess. It doesn't matter though. There might be a battery somewhere around here too. Yeah, this is a very weird position for a super secret room. It's like nowhere near the boss room. It is just kind of balanced somewhat. Let's see. Telepills, hematalysis. 48-hour energy, we can do that. Hierophant. Two of spades. Another puberty while we're at it, why not? Okay. Yep. So off to Mom we go. I think we take strength over the Empress because I think the Empress would be a little bit weird. It's a shame we can't do the dice room, but it's just too risky. Let's go. So pop the card and you can see we are doing a massive amount of damage. Might as well take the negative. There we go. Tech 5 has appeared in the basement, which arguably maybe Tech 5 is the thing specifically that would make a lot of runs a lot easier. Certainly. But clearly, there's still a couple of challenges that are either hidden behind fairly difficult things, or they're just hidden behind difficult characters. I might, after playing Purist in the next recording, just have to decide to look up what unlocks Challenge 19, Challenge 11, Challenge 7, and Challenge 4. I can do head trauma, I think, on the air. And Cursed, the thing about Cursed really is it's doable. It's just a challenge where you just need to plan out your path and not immediately like try to go through every room. So in this map, for instance, you'd go straight down, then down again to get an item. Then you would go to a secret room, and then to the left, if you can, you go to the boss room. So that's not that difficult. I think we can show that off screen. Beans, on the other hand, is another one of these you just no shoot challenges where it's just gonna be all about really getting lucky. And I just don't think I can get this done in a reasonable amount of time. It would, me trying to comment even a little bit is gonna cause such a headache there. I mean, you can even see in this fight, I'm having to wait a considerable amount of time. Like, considerable amount of time to get through there. So yeah, I think I'll do this one off screen. And I don't think there's any others to not show. I think we'll try Waka Waka again. And what that does let us do then is, I think, recontextualize and start next episode just playing Magdalene, assuming we don't start next episode showing that I finished Beans, but then even after that we should just play as Magdalene and try to go to Mega Satan. The other thought would be Azazel or Lazarus, or take another Eden run, or even an Isaac run. There is still, I guess, a decent possibility that some items, some very basic items might be missing here simply because we haven't gotten Isaac to beat Mom's heart. And so we might be crippling ourselves in that factor. Something's got to give, though. Obviously, we only have 4 more endings that we can even hope to unlock, and we only have 102 more secrets to hope to unlock. Anyways, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.